Hi, welcome back. This is me, Emily, from Sunshine M's podcast. And how are we doing? How are we doing? I don't know about you, but the month of February can be really hard for me, especially because I've been single for like years on end. Um, Most of the time by choice. But it's really hard to think about romantic love and ask the big question, like, is romance dead? Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels like it is. We are so quick to get everything we want, and we're not really looking at it as a gift. We look at it more as transactional. You give me this, I give you that. When has a transaction relationship worked besides like in a career, like in a job setting? And even then, you feel icky for transactional stuff. And maybe that's just me. But romance, it is so difficult. I am terrified of relationships. I'm 26 years old. 26. And I'm out here being like, oh my gosh, they messaged me back. Time to run in the opposite direction. No, I won't call you tonight. Block. I have a lot of commitment and intimacy issues, and a lot of that stems from me and my own experiences in relationships. In some ways, it's really annoying, but in other ways, it has made my focus on romance different. I am absolutely complete alone as myself. I don't need another person to complete me. I am whole. I could live the rest of my life not in a relationship. I'm not judging those who feel differently, but being alone has forced me to see romance as a gift and not a necessity. And it's also forced me to like really look into, what do I want out of a relationship? What kind of romance do I want and need? For someone who is who's terrified of commitment and intimacy, I love romance. I love romanticizing. I'm delusional. Like, if you guys knew the crush that I have right now, and if I told you, like, conversations we've had, interactions we've had, you'd be like, "And then what?" And, nothing. But I'm so down bad for someone I don't talk to because I romanticize everything. But that is also really dangerous. I had an experience in 2022 where I was so down bad for this guy. It's embarrassing. But I was, oh my gosh, I was so down bad that I was willing to ignore my gut and ignore my morals, my views, my beliefs, and also just ignore all of the bright ass red flags because I was like, "Oh my gosh, finally someone who's interested in me." And fun fact, he wasn't. Meow, meow. He wasn't. And it's been a couple years since then, obviously, but it has taken me about 4 years to really look at the situation for what it was. We both gave each other attention. It was really nice. It was comfortable. It was fun. It was fleeting. It meant more to me than it did to him, and that's okay, but I wasn't gonna be in a relationship with him. That's a scenario where I romanticized what I thought he could be. Like, the best parts of him were things that I thought he could live up to be. I'm not quite sure that he actually did live up to those, but I wish him well. I do. It's far away from me, but I do. So romanticizing And being delusional and keeping it all in your head does have its risks. Love languages. I've taken that test and, they have like the core couple, right? So physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving, quality time. I personally thrive off of words of affirmation. Like, I need to be supported verbally. I need to be told that you appreciate me verbally, written down, show you care. Um, I also love quality time. You can ask any of my friends. We could sit and do nothing, and I'd be like, "This is my favorite shit ever." Just to be in their presence, it is my favorite. I do think, though, that there is a key point that is not on, like, that's not in those categories that I have found that is a love language that works for me. And that is like, it sounds so superficial. And when you remember that I'm a Leo and I'm saying this, like, you're like, girl, shut up. But I love being loved loudly. I love when someone sees a picture of us together or sees a memory that pops up and then posts it, thinks about me and then posts about me. Like, it's like, hey, I just love this person. I want the world to know that I love this person. If you guys have me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, I'm constantly posting about my friends because I love them so loudly. I love them so much, I can't contain it. In return, I love receiving that as well, where my friends are like, oh my gosh, Emily's so funny. Oh my gosh, this memory where Emily was so funny. Because of course I was. I am hilarious. I am probably the funniest person I know. Oh, why aren't you posting about me? Oh, a song about us? Post it. Tag me. At me. I love not even like being shown off because that's not what this is. But I love not being hidden because I've done that. I've been in a relationship where I was being hidden. There's something about posting someone, as superficial as it sounds, it's like a declaration of this is my person in my life. I fucking love that. I really enjoy it. Like, I really, really enjoy it when you can't contain how you feel that you have to express it outwardly. You're not ashamed of me as a friend, as a partner. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's hot. Hell yeah, that's my favorite. Run it back. Repeat. Encore. I feel like that should be a love language to me, but I do. That being said, like like I said, I haven't been in a relationship in a couple years because I avoid them and I'm scared of them. And I have a lot of anxiety about being enough. Like, I just have been figuring out how to be enough for myself. So the added pressure of being enough for someone else, not quite sure I'm ready for that. Not quite sure. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have my little crushes. Ugh, I'm so obsessed with my crush. But like, I personally think romance is not dead. I think it's alive and well, and it's based off of how you view it. I personally like romance that's full of yearning. Show you care about me. Show that you're down bad. Like, I think being nonchalant is out. Don't get me wrong. I love teasing a person. I love being like, no. When someone asks me, oh my gosh, can you grab this for me? No. And I'll hand it to them. I don't know why I do it. I'm flirting. I don't know. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at flirting. I just told you I'm avoidant. Like, you think you think my flirting's gonna be like, so what are you doing later? I won't be saying that. I will not be doing that. Good luck. I think seeing people care so deeply that it affects them, that's hot. So yeah, I'm into people who yearn for others, people who care, people who give a damn, because I think giving a damn and caring about other people is hot. It's so hot and it's amazing and it's beautiful and it should be done more. I'm not chasing after someone. Don't get me wrong, right now I am pining. Okay? I am pining, I am yearning. I am currently so down bad that it is embarrassing, and I won't be getting into more of that. I just can't. And I'm avoiding this person constantly, but I'm so down bad. And the people that know are like, Emily, stand up. And I can't. I'm on the ground. I'm so down bad. That being said, I'm not doing anything about it. My fear of rejection is so big. My fear of failing, so big. I cannot I cannot make the first move. And it's hot when someone makes the first move, but it can't be me. Okay, I'm working on it as I've grown up. I'm 26. I should be able to make the first move. But for some reason, all of the times I've made a first move, I can't read the room, it turns out. So that's terrified me. So I can't continue making first moves because those are all very embarrassing. And it shouldn't be. I should just live authentically and just be myself. Like, I know people don't like me sometimes, but I don't need to, like, visually see that. I don't need a hate comment. I don't need to get a rejection. I don't need to experience that. That's not really something I want. And that just reminds me that, like, maybe romance is not dead. We're all just scared, or we're all just avoiding, or we're all just focusing on other things. Like, it feels like the world is burning to the ground. Every single day is a new bad thing that happens. How do you find time to romance people? How do you flirt with someone when you feel like, oh my God, nothing I do is going to amount for all the bad that's happening? I get that. I get that feeling. And it feels like sometimes it's hard to accept any good when there's so much bad happening to other people. I just invite you guys to take a moment and just love. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. It was phenomenal. If you disagree, argue with a wall. I'm not here for it. It was fantastic. But yeah, the only thing greater than hate is love. Like, that's the only thing that's going to be saving us. It feels like everything is so heavy and scary. I have a huge fear of being stuck in a place. Growing up as a military kid, I was constantly moving around. And as I've gotten older, the more I feel like an anxious itch, itch, an anxious itch when I'm not moving. And so that also makes relationships really hard. I don't want to be stuck in a location if I don't want to be here. I don't want to have to consider my decisions based off of anything but my own views. And I think that's the biggest reason why I avoid relationships. Like, yeah, I'm scared of intimacy, but like, that's for another day. My avoidance is also rooted in being scared of something real that forces me to stay in one place or forces me to not have the freedom to make decisions fully and wholeheartedly by myself, for myself. But in reality, like, we're not meant to be alone. And I don't mean like romantically, but just in life, we're not meant to live life alone in isolation. Loneliness kills. So I am working on my commitment issues. I am working on my intimacy issues. I am working on letting people in romantically, but it's not something that's going to change overnight. And I know wholeheartedly I'm not settling. There's nothing wrong with settling. I just don't think it's meant for me. I think that there are bigger things and bigger dreams and goals that I have that I will not be sacrificing on. So when I do have the time and the energy and the space in my life to hold a romantic relationship and be able to put in the effort and time and respect that a relationship has, I know that I will be ready. But I haven't been for years. And I do think that I am closer to having space for someone romantically in the future, probably in the next year or so. Will have the space to feel like I can hold space for a relationship. That's really crazy to think about, actually. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep romanticizing every interaction. hmm I'm hoping to learn more about reading cues, but I don't want to learn them by experiencing rejection. I know that's not how that works, but that's my current request on that matter. Thank you for asking. I do think that romance is alive, but you also can't be looking in places where it's clear romance is not important. What I mean by that is there's a lot of lust out there, and there's nothing wrong with having attraction to other people. For me personally, I think romance does not need to be contingent on the focus on physical intimacy. I don't think it has to be wholeheartedly based off of that. And I'm currently in a dating pool of people that feel differently that needs to be the main focus. I have always said that like looks come and go. Your heart is what's there forever. Like your soul, your spirit, your mind, like that's what makes you. Bodies fluctuate, looks change, wrinkles happen. Like on I personally don't base my attraction on others as 100% physical, but not everyone feels that way. So just I guess my only advice as someone who has become a coach because they can't play is be careful who you're spending your time on romantically and try to get on the same page. As long as you can agree that you're on the same page, go ham, go crazy, have fun, whatever page that is on. And don't sell yourself short thinking that romance is never going to happen for you. It hasn't yet happened to me in a really long time, but I'm hopeful. My crush has me out here feeling hopeful. That's so cringe. Happy Valentine's Day. And I know you guys are surrounded by couples right now. If you are single, don't let that deter you. Love is so important. And I can't wait to talk to you guys next week about familial love, all of the family members and kinship that you have, and that kind of deep bond that's there as well. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening. Take what you need, leave what you don't, and I will see you guys next episode. But in the meantime, keep showing up for yourself. I love, 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 love. I love you guys. Have a good week. Give yourself a little love, a little extra hug for me, a little smooch on the forehead. Okay, love you. Bye.